This man killed over 100 people. He is known to be the most dangerous serial killer in the world. He was convicted of 71 murders, 47 of those were committed inside the prison. And as a teenager, he already claimed the lives of 10 people. Clearly, he is someone you don't want to mess with, because this man hunted down criminals and gave them what they deserved. That's why people call him the real-life Punisher. He killed drug lords, murderers, and rapists. But the worst thing he did is when he killed his own father. But why did he kill all those people? His name is Pedro Rodrigues Filho, also known as Killer Pete, a Brazilian serial killer. He had a terrible childhood, mainly because his father beat her mom every single day. Because of that, the anger grew inside him. His desire to kill kept growing stronger and stronger until he couldn't control it anymore. Believe it or not, Pedro committed his first murder when he was just 14 years old, and his first victim was the vice mayor of their town, who accused his father of stealing after knowing what happened. Pedro got furious, so as a revenge, he killed the vice mayor with a shotgun in front of the city hall. And not long after that, he traced the actual thief and also took his life. This was the start of the numerous murders he committed. People around town knew about what he did and the police were after him. So he ran away to another city where he did a lot of heinous crimes against other criminals by robbing and killing them. But everything changed when he met a woman who made him want to live a normal life. He was ready to settle down and be a better person, but his past caught up to him. His enemies killed the love of his life, and this is when his rage started to fire up again. He tracked down the people who murdered his girlfriend and killed them all brutally. At this stage in his life, Pedro had already lost all his guilt for these criminals. He killed and killed until his heart was hard as stone. And it was years later when the police finally captured him. They put him in a van with a rapist, and guess what he did? He butchered him. In his mind, the rapist didn't deserve to live. And the killing spree of Pedro didn't stop there. While being locked up, Pedro managed to kill 47 inmates because he believed their crimes were unforgivable. His anger inside completely took over him, that when he learned that his father murdered his mother, he went inside his cell and brutally killed him by stabbing him 22 times. He took out his heart and chewed a part of it before throwing it away. This just added another scary thing about him, because he's now a cannibal too. But after all the murders he committed, you'd be surprised to know that he didn't spend the rest of his life in prison. Although Pedro was sentenced to a total of 400 years in prison, there's a law in Brazil that doesn't allow inmates to be imprisoned for more than 30 years. So after 42 years in prison, he was finally set free. And from there, he decided to change for the better. He was living a pretty normal life and even had a YouTube channel where he talked about his dark past. But some people can't really escape from their pasts, because earlier this year, Pedro was shot dead in his hometown in Brazil, probably by his enemies waiting to take revenge. You can say that he deserved it, but the lesson here is never take the law into your own hands.